Oh no. Hey YouTube, so today I am going to share with you my low carb chicken meatloaf. So I have finished my reset stage of my comp prep, but I am still in the reversal stage, which means that I'm still on quite low carbs as I reverse my carbs back up and my fats back down until I end up back at base, and then I'll start taking myself back down into that weight loss phase again. So I'm going to go through the ingredients that I'm using today, and then I'm going to put it all together. So these are all my ingredients. I am using rolled oats, so you can still use breadcrumbs, but these have a little more protein in them and some actual fiber. Other than that, they're on par for macros. I am using low sugar tomato sauce, pepper. Now I couldn't find straight celery seeds, so I'm using celery salt, so I'm not adding salt as well. I am using Worcestershire sauce, crushed garlic. This is 2 small diced onions, but it'll be perfect for this. I have a kilo of chicken mince. Now, if you were doing this leaner, you could make sure it was breast. So this has got a higher fat content, but because my fats are still quite high, I can get away with it. Carrot, we'll have egg white, and then I have my loaf pan. Now, I always have my onion diced up so that it's ready to go, and I actually freeze it because I find that I don't seem to use onion all the time, and when I do use it, it's gone off in my cupboard, so I just buy like a kilo bag, dice it up when I get it. I do the exact same thing with capsicum so that I can use that for cooking. If I'm doing a salad, I buy it fresh, obviously. Yeah, so I have this ready to go. I am actually going to hand grate my carrots today. Normally I would buy a big food processor, especially if I was doing something with lots of grating, but I'm literally just grating 2 carrots today, so that will not take me long at all. So yeah, got my meat. Let's get started. Because I am in comp prep, I do actually reweigh the ingredients as they go. That's why I got my scales out. So I reweigh them so I can alter the recipe in my Fitness Pal, so then it's way more accurate, because you know things do change a little bit. So then my macros are more accurate. If I was in my off season, I'm a little bit more relaxed. I just use whichever recipe was in there last. I'm actually prepping this ahead of time. I'm not going to cook it until tomorrow, but I'm going to have it ready to go straight in the oven. The reason I'm doing that is because I actually want to start eating it tomorrow. So if I cooked it today, I would be cutting out a day of its fridge life. So I still want to be able to eat it for, you know, the next 5 days. So if I cook it in the morning while I'm running my classes, then it will be ready to go for when I want to have it for lunch. You could choose to use normal tomato sauce. That is totally your choice. But this has less carbs in it, so because I am saving on my carbs, I don't want to waste them on the fact that they added sugar to my tomato sauce. Half a cup of tomato sauce. It's 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Now, I'm going to put in a little bit of cracked pepper. So it's 1/4 teaspoon. Now I'm actually making a double because Smarty will eat this as well. Enough in there. A little too much, but a little extra pepper won't kill us. I might kill Smarty. And yeah, as I said before, I couldn't get celery seeds. So celery seeds part of the seasoning for flavour. And it's meant to be half a teaspoon, because I'm doubling the recipe. Half a teaspoon of celery seed, and then a teaspoon of salt. So instead I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons of the celery salt, so then I'm getting the flavour and the salt, but not any extra salt, because I don't really want to add any extra in there than necessary. I mean, your body will flush out. Oh, I think that's my half. Your body will flush out extra sodium. But, you know, as long as there's enough flavour in it, it'll be fine. You can always add a little bit of salt. A spoon of garlic. I use this Family Company one from Woolies, and I use like the chopped one because it's a little bit chunkier. and I just like it because it's not overly processed and it lasts a really long time in the fridge. Up to my 2 egg whites. You could choose to just use a whole egg, but because I am trying to save on some fats, adding oil and butter is fun, but it doesn't fill your body. Like say a slice of cheese or some avocado or some nuts. Okay, so the last thing I have to add is my oats. Now I'm not going to add them in whole because I am using a recipe that would normally have breadcrumbs in it. I actually want to blitz them up. So measure them out, put them in my NutriBowl. Cup of oats. So I have blitzed that to a fine crumb. Alright, and I don't care that there's still some chunks in there, like I don't mind, it's going to absorb into it. I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to get in there with my hands and mix it all up. I have a second one worth in here, and I'm missing a loaf pan, so I feel like maybe I stole my mum's last time and she took it back. So I need to get myself another loaf pan. So this is it, finished in the pan. I'm not putting anything on top of it. If you want to put bacon or cheese or something on top, knock yourself out. I'm just going to store this glad wrapped in the fridge overnight, and I'll chuck it in the oven in the morning, and I'll go through all of that with you guys then. Good morning YouTube. So I have kept my meatloaf in the fridge overnight. I have preheated my oven to 175. I am just going to cover them in tin foil and chuck them in the oven for an hour. And here is the finished meatloaf.